What's up, guys? Welcome back to another fast and effective workout that you can do from home. Today, I'm bringing you a 30-minute full body kettlebell AMRAP. All you're gonna need for this workout is a few pairs of kettlebells and a jump rope. An AMRAP stands for as many rounds or reps as possible. AMRAPs are a fantastic way to get a lot of work done in a short amount of time. So if you're someone who's really busy, you're struggling to carve out, 45, 60 minutes per day to get a workout in, an AMRAP like this is going to be a perfect fit for you. It's going to allow you to build some muscle, build some strength, and torch a ton of calories. So we have a series of exercises. We're going to perform the prescribed reps of those exercises, one after the other, with as little rest as possible in between exercises. As soon as we finish the final exercise, we're going right back to exercise one. So you're going to do as many rounds or reps as possible while maintaining excellent technique in 30 minutes. You guys might want to have different weights for the workout to get the most out of each exercise. So have a few weights handy if you can, just so that you can fully maximize every single movement, lifting as heavy as you possibly can while maintaining excellent technique. Now, before we get into the workout, I'm gonna break down every single exercise and give you every single pro tip that you need to ensure that you're performing every single exercise with proper technique. All right, guys, exercise number one, we have the jump rope for 150 skips. I did lie in the introduction. You're gonna need more than just kettlebells. You will need a jump rope as well. If you do not have access to a jump rope, you can do jumping jacks instead. So now, 150 skips. I want you guys using your arms as little as possible. So arms should be relaxed. You're just gonna be flicking your wrists. Way too often I see people out here with straight arms to your sides, just flicking the wrists, relaxing the shoulders, staying nice and light on the feet and on the balls of the feet. Exercise number two, we have the kettlebell swing clean to strict shoulder press for 10 reps. So we're coming off the jump rope, purely cardio-based movement, getting into a full body explosive exercise. So we're gonna hitting some hamstrings and glutes and lower body in general in that double swing. The clean, hitting some traps, some biceps, and then of course hitting the shoulders and core with that overhead shoulder press. So the technique is very important. It's gonna be a tricky move to master, so pay attention here. So we're starting off with the bells about 10 to 12 inches in front of the body. I want a wider stance than normal on your normal swings because we have two bells coming through the legs. The bells are about 10 to 12 inches in front of the body. We're hinging at the hips. We're grabbing our bells, tilting the bells towards us, engaging the lats. From here, we're gonna hike the bells high in the crotch, aggressively extend the hip and jump the weight up as we shrug, pulling the bell smoothly into the front rack position. We brace the core, we squeeze the glutes, press overhead, keeping the rib cage pulled down. As we get to the top, we exhale, and exhale as we lower back to the front rack. From here, we're gonna cast the bells away off the body slightly to allow those bells to ride down smoothly into our next rep. So we're hinging at the hips, grabbing the bells, tilting the bells, hike the bells up, smooth around the wrist, brace, cast the bells away, back into that next rep. Exercise number three, we have the kettlebell split stance single arm row, 10 reps on one arm and then 10 reps on the other arm. So we're coming off that full body movement. Now we're getting into a back and bicep focused exercise in the single arm row. So we're gonna start off in that split stance. So one leg in front, extend, so big step back, legs gonna stay nice and straight. I want you to drive the front knee outwards to really engage the glute to stabilize our body and stabilize our lower body throughout the exercise. From here, hinging at the hips to grab our bell. We're gonna row towards our belt line, squeezing the lat at the top so we don't have our elbow flared out. We do not wanna be rowing up towards the armpit. Rowing towards the belt line, squeeze the lat, lower slowly with control until that lat is fully stretched out, then go back up into the next rep. So we're here, we lift off, full stretch, pulling towards the belt line, lowering with control. Exercise number four, we have goblet squats for 10 total reps. So we're coming off of back and biceps into more of a lower body focused movement. So targeting quads and glutes with the goblet squat. We will be hitting a little bit of arms and some upper back, just holding that kettlebell in the goblet position. But again, the majority of this focus is going to be on the lower body. So we're giving the upper body a little bit of a break. So we're here, we're going to get to a squat stance. We're going to angle those toes out slightly, feet a little more than shoulder width. You guys can certainly play around with the distance of your feet depending on mobility or lack thereof getting into this exercise. So we're going to start off with a clean, getting that bell into the goblet position. You guys can hold it by the horns like so. You can also hold it like this. The key here is to keep that kettlebell nice and tight to the body and keep the chest up throughout. So from here, we're going to push our butt back as we descend down into our squat, keeping the chest up, driving the knees outward, keeping the heels down. So below 90 degrees, press back up, squeeze the quads and glutes at the top. Exercise number 5, we have the kettlebell floor press for 10 reps. If you guys have access to a bench and you want to do kettlebell bench press or even dumbbell bench press instead, if you like using dumbbells more for your presses, feel free to do so. But this is for the minimalist, someone who does not have access to a lot of equipment. So we have the floor press, lying on our back. Feet are flat on the floor, or you can extend the legs. It's up to you. Play around with it. See what you like best. From here, we're grabbing the kettlebell, pinning that elbow to the floor, and then essentially just curling that kettlebell into the front rack, and then doing the same thing on the other side. From here, we're bracing the core. We're going to explosively press and squeeze the chest at the top. Lower back down with control, elbows at about a 45-degree angle. Lightly rest the triceps on the floor, keeping tension in the chest, tris, and shoulders. Pausing for 1 to 2 seconds, and then explosively pressing back up. So we're not just relaxed here. Keep tension in the muscles we're working. Back up into the next rep. Exercise number 6, we have the kettlebell back lunge for 10 reps per leg. So we're gonna go 10 reps on one leg and then 10 reps on the other leg. So we're coming off of the floor press, upper body focus movement. We're now giving the upper body a break, coming back to legs. This is a great lunge pattern for building the quads and building the glutes. So we start off perfect deadlift form to get the bells up and off the floor. From here, pick a leg. We're taking a big step back, lowering down with control, keeping the chest nice and tall. Lightly touch the back knee to ensure full range of motion. Drive that front knee outwards as you lower down and as you stand tall. Nice and controlled. Exercise number 7, we have the double burpee for 5 reps. So we're coming off of a lot of weighted exercises all in a row. So we're taking out the weight, giving the body a break in that sense. However, we're still keeping that intensity up and intensity high with this really awesome full body cardiovascular exercise. So double burpees, how is it different from a regular burpee? Well, I'm gonna show you. So we're starting off, hands come down. We kick out 2 perfect push-ups. From here, jump the feet in. We swing back, 2 big vertical jumps. So I want you jumping as high as you can, landing softly on each rep. That is 1 rep. So hands come down, we kick out, 2 push-ups, we come up, jumping as high as you can, landing softly, really bringing those arms back to really chamber up for that next rep. Exercise number 8, final exercise of the AMRAP, we have kettlebell vups for 10 reps. So targeting specifically the abs and the core with this movement, allowing our heart rate to come down a little bit before we restart with exercise number 1 and continue through this AMRAP. So I want you guys going as heavy as you possibly can on the kettlebell. Also, if the weight is just too much for you, you can do regular body weight vups as well. All right, so we're gonna start off lying on our back. We first need to establish a hollow body position. So lower back needs to stay pinned to the floor. Legs are extended, toes are pointed, quads are flexed. We're then gonna have our bell in this extended position, right? So we're here. We're then gonna reach up and pulse up for those toes. So it's important that we really reach up and get as close to those toes as we can, and then slowly lower back into that hollow, fully extended
position. Again, making sure that lower back stays pinned to the ground when you're here. So nice and controlled. Let that heart rate come down before we grab our jump rope. Keep it moving.
Let me know how many rounds and reps you guys got in the 30 minutes in the comments below. If you guys like this workout, you're gonna love this one, this 20-minute full body kettlebell workout. Full follow along, tap on that video, get to work on that one. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys soon.